Hey, DBG here. This episode's brought to you by Nirvana Center, our favorite weed sponsor in the entire gosh dang valley, baby. Tristan, tell them why we love it.
I love them because they have the best prices, the best weed, the best deals, the best concentrates, the best edibles, anything you could possibly want from a marijuana dispensary. They have it at the best price. And they are the one and only weed sponsor that has ever touched Final Stop's lips. I promise, baby. It's just you and me. No one else have ever been here.
If anyone tells you different.
All those girls, they didn't matter. Those girls didn't matter, baby. It's just you and me in Nirvana Center. Stop and smell the flowers.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Final Stop Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad, live from the ever-glorious Mescal Manor, Mach 2. Over here on the other side of the country, it's the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, CEO of the Toby Keith Fan Club. It's Tristan Bowling.
Bow, 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 bow. I'm a gangster. Hi, what's up?
Jeez, man. You really not... You really,
Was
no,
that cool? I try to match your energy.
The last four, that's what you thought my energy was? Couch Cowboy? You thought Bang 'em Up was the answer? Over here we go.
Damn, my first mixtape, Couch Cowboy, coming out soon.
Let's see how the big man does. Over says, sup, babe. Over here on the big table, holding it down, is the big man himself, Andrew Oriana.
What's up, babe?
This guy sucks.
I lost $3,000 just
like a
then.
dollar store action
Fuck.
figure. It's like it was written by a kid in Taiwan. He was like,
Haley, start selling ass. We need to.
with that,
Actually, I think I'd do better in Brooklyn. If I sold put my ass than her ass, I think I'd do better.
you think so? What's your
I
going
know
rate?
so.
What do you think you start at?
I don't know. What, is my Eros profile up yet? Is that the name of the website? The
I'm going to
Eros?
pretend like I know that, but then I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. How the hell do you know what that is?
And do you haggle, Tristan?
I've just heard.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your
yeah.
screen name?
Yeah, I trade it. Honestly, I don't even do it for the sex. I just love the art of the deal. That's really, I like going, and I'm like, I've talked people down. You know, she was like $500, and I'm like, all right, so we're gonna do $250, and so here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna split it up over 2 payments. I don't really want this, and I have a chick over who is willing to suck my butt for $30. So
Tristan.
if you want to sail,
Tristan,
Ew.
can men put your bussy on layaway?
Some guy comes to you, he's like, hey, Tristan, what's up, man? So I don't have all of it
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, you have to use that Zazzle app. Have you guys seen that?
No, dude. What are you? Do you have access to like a Chinese VPN or something? What the hell is Zaggle? None of these
No,
sound
it's
real.
like
These
on
are all
those-
Dr.
I-
Seuss fucking made up websites.
No, it's an app where you can put shit on layaway. Like I was looking at these jackets that came up in like an Instagram ad, and
Dude, those come pre.
you can actually put stuff on layaway. Dude, literally, it comes. It was a $500 jacket. I'm like, well, who the fuck is gonna pay $500 for this jacket? And then it was like with Sezzle or whatever the fuck. It's 3 easy payments of $138.99.
That's how they get you, bro.
No,
I've been seeing. You know, it's bad when you see like. Have you ever seen a monthly installment plan on some shit that like should not require it? Like,
well, what I'm wondering is like, do they have like a loan shark thing? Because people skip out on like their Amazon Prime stuff. So like, can you imagine just being like, yeah, I got this $500 jacket and deleting the app? Like that's pretty. Like,
well,
what
I
are
mean,
you gonna
that's
do?
that's what I did my
Like,
last day
do they
driving
have-
for Postmates. I took the biggest order I could find, and they said, "Peace out, guys."
Yeah, do they have like a loan shark who's gonna come to your door just being like, I work with Sezzle HQs?
I mean, that's why I've been changing apartments so often. If I stay in the same spot one day, some guy in some lime green polo is gonna knock on my door and be like, "I'm here on behalf of Postmates." Just rock my shit.
Some guy who looks like the Mask.
Ew.
He shows up in his
Hey,
zoot
I have a
suit.
question for you. Would you consider yourself an athlete? Would you consider
What?
yourself an athlete?
No, I wouldn't consider myself an athlete. I mean, like I like sports, but I haven't.
We
played
like sports,
what
and
type
we
of
don't
question
care
was
who
this?
knows football, hockey. Yeah, have you,
Football. Yeah, I've seen that.
the reason I was
No,
asking is
why
we have
why would you
because
say
we have
that?
we have a new thing that we're gonna do when you come down here for the Patreon. I think it's very fitting for it's all encompassing of all of us. Andrew's a little bit heavier than he used to be. You just, I mean, actively rejected the fact that you're not an athlete, and I used to be one. When you come down here, we're going to do for the Patreon, and we'll figure out what the prize, what the punishment is. We're going to do one-on-ones.
What happened to your punishment? What happened?
My punishment is having to deal with your ass all the time.
We still get yelled at.
No,
though.
you-
It's not like you take it gracefully.
Yeah. We lost a person, and they
That's
did.
my punishment. You know what my punishment was?
Losing the comment section.
No, yeah, that's really what it was. He called me gay, left, and then blew up online. I had to feel that every day. That's my punishment, thinking that my followers were a lot, and then he passed me. There you go. That's colder than any ice
Well,
bath, buddy.
Yeah, feel bad, but also kind of your fault.
Yeah, you look. You
For
live-
sure, your fault.
Dude, you're like you're a
For
real
sure your fault.
Mandela effect pusher, huh? Is there a cornucopia or no
What'd you mean?
cornucopia in Isn't that what it's called, the Mandela effect? Where
Yeah.
you're like, there's some shit that was there that wasn't. The guy's like, it was all your fault. All you. Don't forget that. Always. You're just like every day, sporadically for the next like month and a half.
No, I'm keeping the timeline correct. So far, we're 2-0 on people you've pushed out on our podcast. I'm not counting Brody.
I love that you're not adept enough at sports. 2-0 means that we're up 2. That means we made the right call twice. We're 2-0 on guys leaving. We would be 0 for 2,
I
buddy.
was saying you've successfully thrown 2 touchdowns that have made people leave. Where you think it's a victory, but you're like, this makes the team stronger. But for some,
Well, technically, if you're really thinking about it, we have also lost Zayd and a few others along the
Yeah,
way.
We're up, baby. Jesus, would someone let me get the goddamn Patreon thing we're doing out of the way? I think it's going to be good. We're going to film one-on-ones between you and Andrew, and we'll film it. And I'm playing quarterback. I'll be all-time quarterback. We're going to go from the 10-yard line. We'll go to Ross first. We'll get everyone cleats. We'll film it. That'll be fun. Then we'll go to my old high school. We'll go from the 10-yard line. We'll have Brody dressed up in full coaching attire.
No, ref attire.
Yeah. Ooh.
he has to do that cute little one backwards thing that refs
Yeah,
do.
we'll have Brody ref. We'll get him a flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell ref hats at like Lids for like $7.
And Party City.
Because you actually we can get a whole ref outfit for Brody, and we'll go out there and we'll do. I was thinking, first to we'll do 10 points. A catch is 2 points. A touchdown's 3 points. An interception is 2 points if you're on defense, and we'll do first to 10 points. What do you think?
I'm down
I think-
for that. I feel like I need to. I feel like I need
Can we
to
get
train.
like a skill factor going in?
What does that mean?
Like if I like hit him with a nice spin move and he just like collapses because his ankles are shattered.
But do you drop the ball?
or like the wind that you create from spinning.
I just Tasmanian devil you out of the way.
What fucking blitz the league are you thinking we're gonna go play? Like,
Yeah, sorry, I got caught in your orbit and it shot me asunder.
no, but I think that would be fun because Brody would take it way too goddamn seriously, as would I. Definitely wear a towel. And then we put some bets on it. We could let people bet ahead of time, not like for real. Get their opinions. Do you think you'd win? Have you ever caught a football? Let me ask you that.
So
In
I've caught a football.
Someone's guarding you way.
yeah, I used to play football in like
Okay.
my local park.
Have you done
and stuff
that?
like that?
What, caught a football? Yeah, I've played football.
Yeah, but like you were a lineman. Have you ever caught a football in a?
Do you not remember the greatest day of lineman seasons? Is when during practice they'd be like, all right, lineman, you're playing special positions now. You're playing skill positions.
You get to. Jesus. Okay, good. So basically nothing from each side. That's what I wanted to hear. What about defense? Have you ever backpedaled before? As fast as you can? These are real questions. I'm not even being a dick. Have you ever backpedaled before as fast as you can?
Yeah, I've had some touchy conversations with Haley. I'd back that up pretty fast.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean bitch. It slipped out. Dude,
And he's like,
Have
Yeah.
you backpedaled as fast as you could at your current form?
No.
No.
Me?
I'm sorry. Have you switched forms drastically over the last little while?
well, when I turn into my lizard form, it's a lot easier to backpedal.
Fully-
I'd describe it more as a scurry, and then I go on a fence and do those tiny push-ups that they do. Have you not seen those lizards sit on fences? Go
I
like,
think that's a heat deal, right? Isn't that them like fanning themselves?
something, or just being tight, working out
Yeah,
the
man,
buys.
Gecko be fucking chiseled. Maybe he's trying to get some pussy. Not like that fucking Geico.
Yeah, I was about to say everyone's trying to be that next Geico, huh? Everyone's always trying to be the next
He's
Geico.
like, but his arms are fucking tiny. So his mom's like, yeah, but he probably has a fucking mansion in the Hamptons. Yeah, but look at my tail muscles, Mom.
And this is after I
Look at
regrew
me.
it too. This isn't even the original tail.
It's Mach 2,
Yeah.
bitch.
I'm on third tail. It's small. It's growing.
His tail's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, but I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
should throw some stakes on it ourselves. What do you want if you win? Yeah, what do you
What do I
want if
want?
you win? What do you think it should be?
I want you to
it almost has
do
exclusively
the
nothing
punishment
to do
for
with
the
me.
previous. I want you to do the punishment for the previous Patreon.
I'll hang out with the winner. I'll go.
I would like
Thanks,
to lose. I would like to
but-
forfeit officially.
Why?
I don't want to hang out with you.
I'll chill with the winner. No, what do you think? What do you want? What do you like
Yeah.
steak wise? What do you think is good? Belt? We do it annually.
Maybe I don't really know. It's not really that high of stakes. I feel like it's just gonna be. It's a reason for you to throw a ball.
Loser
more
has to
than
do another
anything.
ice bath.
Sorry, I want to rent my skills out for the betterment of the. Isn't that crazy? Sorry, we don't. You know what? Hook up a fucking Smash Bros. Or Splinter Cell or fucking whatever weirdo games you like playing, Harry Potter or whatnot. Set up something for that where we could put it on the Patreon, and I'll do that gladly.
Okay.
That's gonna go right next to all the other the script. The
I mean,
scripts
like,
that never made it out.
I would have fun, dude. I would have a decent amount of time, like, catching, because I haven't caught a football in years, and also I would feel like, I don't know. Last time I caught football, I always played in gloves, like those like catcher gloves. My buddy had a bunch of those, so we would always play with them on, so you could be like one head catch, and shit like that. So I'm afraid that my hands are gonna get clammy and it'll be like,
It's
whoop,
gonna
whoop,
be
whoop.
awesome. You just called them fucking catcher gloves. I want to punch you in the head.
I want to ask something real quick, because I know this is gonna happen. How many times are we able to blame you for a bad throw?
Fucking never, because there will be none. They're all gonna be
no.
perfect fucking dots.
No,
No.
What you guys don't
No.
know, this is my tape to get back
No.
in.
This is your XFL audition. If I don't get the JFL,
You just-
I'm getting the XFL.
Yeah, I'm getting the XFL. You better believe me. You smell what I'm cooking, Dwayne? Get the fuck over here.
I think you could do it. Dude, I would love for you to be an XFL player and just ruin your body all
Honestly,
over again. That'd be
Even
so
if
fun
I
to watch.
did kind of okay, I'm not saying you guys would be the tape that gets me back in, but I'm saying it's just
Oh, you don't think so?
I go out there. You guys are ready to have like a fun, good time, film some shit. I've been out there for an hour doing like my old quarterback stretches. I'm laying on the. You're like, who the fuck is this loser laying on the middle of the field with a band stretch? That's Stevie.
You're throwing
It just
up in
turns
the
out-
bathroom beforehand. It's like, this is what we played for.
It turns out that Daniel has been living a Forrest Gump life where he just cuts the grass at his field every year or
And
like
it's
every
field
day
turf. I'm-
and just does
I'm
it
just
for
over there.
free.
It's just a vacuum. I just vacuum the field turf at the high school every day.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but that would be I would have just enough clout, like comedically. That'd be a fun storyline because I think that's all they're looking for over there. You need to be good, obviously, but like the second you have a storyline, they're like, this guy's a fucking.
Phoenix local gives up on football, then starts stand up, then gives up on stand up to
stand-up.
do football.
Blows out. Hey, Bubba.
yeah.
Oh, what's up, Ted? Thank you. No, you're good.
What did she get you?
Hey-o.
Oh, you dude.
Love you. That's what you want.
Talk about an
This
enabler.
bullshit.
Is that what you've been weaning yourself off on?
Man, I've had that for about 4 hours, buddy. That's fucking ice water pickle juice something at this point.
Ew. I love it how you call me. You're like, hey, man, this is a real man's drink. By the way, every time I sip this, it sends shivers down my spine to my balls.
Internally, every time I drink,
like,
it, ew. Just looking at you,
just
and just looking at you guys and be like, dorks, do something cool. What's up with your video games, loser?
Yeah.
This pickle juice is disgusting.
Yeah, do you guys? So you guys ready to watch me throw a football?
Yeah, you really took the wind out of the sails. I was like, oh, that'll be a fun thing. You're like, this is you definitely trying to relive the dream, isn't it? I'm like, I mean, if it works, yeah, if it takes.
How about this? For the Patreon, all you guys get to watch me ride a motorcycle. It'll be super fun. I get to ride a dirt bike again.
And if I lose, I have to try to learn skateboarding tricks.
Nothing you said would be bad content. The hell would be sick content?
I mean, you just sitting there watching me being like, all right, I think I'm going to pop the clutch. I forgot how to do it. Oh, fuck. Like that. I mean, it sounds silly, but I'm going to lay the bike on my leg.
Encompassing.
And that
Mine's more fun because, all right, it's less about me. You're so bad at sports, and I don't think Andrew's necessarily great. That's the funny point.
Excuse me?
I could throw a perfect pass,
I agree.
and it's going to hit you in your chest. That's the funny part. We're going just fucking
dude.
Just sends them to the dirt.
Just play at your chest. The people watching are gonna be like a fucking strike by Bridgegate. They're gonna be like,
dude, how funny would it be? Have you seen that video where it's like that guy? I don't know where he's at, but he's like, all right, toss it high, and he just jumps like the height of a fence.
Oh, yeah.
It's DK Metcalf, and it's a doctored video.
Really?
But, yeah.
Damn.
Is it?
Bros.
Damn.
First of all, you're a video guy. How can you not see it? But also, yes, Tristan, I don't care how dark the skin, nobody can jump that fucking high. That's crazy.
Well, what I was honestly thinking, I was just like, I mean, I'm never at a level playing field watching people play football. Maybe they jump that high, and I just can't tell because I'm always above them. Like, every time you watch football, it's from the upward angle. So, people vault people, so it wouldn't surprise. But that being said, this is like vaulting them and touching them on the top of the head. Like, this guy.
I just want to sit down. When football comes back, I want to, A, take you to a game when you come down, but B, just sit with you for a full weekend. You're so close on some of the terms. You're like adjacent. Vaulting is nowhere in. If you hurdle somebody, you jump over some.
It's the same. You vault a hurdle.
You called them catcher's gloves, receiver gloves, receiving gloves. I mean, you're like a rotation away from fucking the right word every time. You're so close.
I'm using baseball terms.
A catcher's glove is something that's the size of your fucking head. It's a key lime pie.
Dude, I had a dream I was like playing professional baseball last night.
I dream about that shit all the time. Wouldn't that be the best thing to be a fucking pro at? I just got the new MLB The Show. What was your baseball dream about?
First off, I wish I could play MLB The Show, but it's pretty much like a fucking F1, like it's an F1 simulator. It's all these buttons doing all this shit.
No, well, you can change it to fucking RTARD mode if you need to, but I can teach you how to play the normal shit.
Well, I'll look into it, but I would no, it was me in the outfield, and I remember just like. It was like me talking to like another one of my teammates, and we're like, these guys suck. They can't hit the ball far. And it's not that interesting.
Even in your dreams, you're like still not focused on the task and just trying to be the funny guy. Hey, fellas. Wink,
it's
wink.
just like
bowling. We're in the goddamn World Series. It's Game 7. Pay attention.
We're in the bottom of the ninth, dude. Figure it out.
I'm just putting sand in my glove and dumping it out. I did that during T-ball. I loved hitting, but every time they're like, all right, Tristan in the outfield, I'm like, time to make sandcastles.
Really? You look like more of the receiver.
Like, that's all I would do.
Well, to be fair, baseball, you have to have...
Oh, yeah?
To play in the outfield, dude, you have to have, like... You have to have almost military level, like, or firefighter level, like, response time to be bored out of your goddamn gourd, just doing nothing, and then all of a sudden it just goes, wah, and you have to just be like, oh, God, I have to sprint now. 35 yards and then dive, fucking try and catch some ball.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. Just like, because it seems so fun just being like, wee, but there's no padding. It's like people just like, oof. I wonder how many people like get up and like are just trying not to show that they knocked the wind out of themselves.
For sure.
Yeah, where they get up there just like, I'm fine. I'm gonna throw this as hard as I can and pretend like I'm not about to shit my pants.
Dude, some of those guys, what sport got the fattest dumpies? Who's the biggest dump truck?
Men's or women's?
Probably.
Obviously, bros have the biggest dumpers.
It is unfortunate. Do you guys remember Timmy Thick?
I mean, you're telling me there's a. I might be wrong because girls got wider hips, but you're telling me like there's girls out there competing with like middle linebackers and shit that play in the NFL.
I would say long jumpers.
a dude. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
A long jumper?
Yeah.
Tristan, what's your answer?
Or like a track person. Any track dude is pretty thicked up.
You thought
I mean, unless they're like a cross country runner, those are all like
you're talking like an
wiry
athletic
dudes.
ass, bro. I'm talking like Mike Trout in away pants, just fucking homegrown, corn fed ass.
Dude, I honestly think baseball players, because like it's a lot of standing around and a lot of running and stuff like that, but they still eat like shit, so it just goes straight to their dump.
What sport you think you'd be the best at, Tristan? As long as we're going with sports for this one. What's your number? What's your
What
number
sport do you-
one? They got a ballistics missile aimed at Haley. She's strapped to a water cooler on the 14th floor, hanging out. Mexican TVs on loop.
This is a way specific. What is
It's-
this from?
it's uncom-
Is this like from something, or are you
It's
having a stroke?
uncomfortably cold. No, I'm just saying. All right, what sport? What sport would you?
All right. You're at the top of the world's largest Peter Piper pizza. You're sitting there. There's an alligator playing the banjo. He's about to eat your girlfriend in one bite, unless Ronald McDonald can do a front flip. XD, I'm so random. RAR means I love you and dinosaur. Anyways, this is serious. And I mean it. You're crazy, dude. Probably, I don't know. I really don't know.
It was less
I haven't-
about the villainous fucking trap for your girlfriend and more about you think
more about the sports.
catch a
I understand that.
Jesus, she really ran with the other thing. You think it's catch a fade ball,
Yeah.
serve a volleyball, fucking smack a.
I know, but it's like the equivalent of me saying, like, what's your favorite book? Like, say Taylor is at the bottom of a well and they're filling it with lava. And it's a polar bear who has one eye and is tap dancing. And what's your favorite book? Like, it's a little much. It's a little much.
Brown Bear by Eric
but
Carle.
I would say
Brown Bear by
What?
Eric Carle.
you've never
It's a
read a
picture
book.
book.
All right. I'm not. Let me be honest. It's
Well, it's a
mostly
hybrid
pictures.
book. It's a one-liner book, if you will. It's
Oh, so it's one of those suspenseful reads where you don't know if the cat is going to be wearing the hat.
say what you will. Say what you will about fucking kids' books. I mean, they're groundbreaking and cliffhangers. Brown Bear.
I
What
mean,
do you see?
is-
You're like, I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm asking Grover if there is a monster at the end of this book, and he frankly doesn't know, and we're both scared. Have you ever read that book?
No.
It's one of my
Did you ever
favorites.
cap about your reading growing up as a kid? You seem like the guy who actually kind of liked it.
No, I could. I'm dyslexic as hell. Like
That doesn't mean
I
you
would.
can't try. That doesn't mean you can't.
I get, dude. As soon as I start reading, I get discouraged and tired, and then I'm just like, "Fuck this! I'm better at Halo 3 than these book
Dude,
things."
what don't you have? You're dyslexic too? What is that? What does that mean? What does that look like?
Yeah.
When you look at words, they just don't.
It's not like the Da Vinci Code. It's not shit is flying off the page. It's like I'll read something and I'm like, oh, that's not what it says, and I'll like read it. I'll have to read it a couple times just because my brain thinks words are other words. And like when it go from like line to line, I get fucked up. Sometimes I'll like read the same line.
Hey, welcome back to the Final Stop Patreon. This is a newly crowned Patreon episode based off of the snoozing 15 minutes that we put out. We had to cut some of that, and now we're back. So what are we doing? What are we falling back on? Quiz.
I don't. Yeah, we're going to a quiz. You
Yeah,
say?
we're going.
Since it's Patreon content, I'll let you see my feet.
Come on.
What? This is for Trevin, who loves
It's
it.
so funny because Daniel's gonna have to now edit this later and look at your feet
I'm just
again.
gonna turn that. I'm just gonna turn that
Blip,
off.
blip, blip.
That's. I mean, ugh. Yeah, we're doing.
Trevin loves my toesies.
That's disgusting. We're doing a fucking quiz. God damn it.
Are you not going to the Toes for Trevin fun run?
No, I told them I'd send money. I'm not going to that fucking freak show. Last year, 2 people got penetrated. I'm not going back.
Well, guess what? We're aiming for 3 this year.
We only got to 2 because people are still closed-minded. Shut up.
It's all about slow and steady growth.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, most fun runs you're running towards something. This fun run where you're running away from something. And it's the penetrator. One person has a dildo bat. So he's coming at you.
It's the literal running from the bulls, dude.
Ew, right. Ew.
Yeah.
Can we get into the quiz, dude? Jesus Christ. What we got to bail us out of this bullshit in the first...
What are you doing? We're trying, dickhead.
Pull it up, because I'm curious. All right, here's what we're doing. We're doing a serial killer quiz. Is it what type of serial killer are you, or who are you specifically?
Which famous serial killer are you?
Ah, that's good. All right.
Which famous
Does it
serial
help if you
killer?
don't know most of them?
I mean,
I'm not a big serial killer guy.
they'll have a description at the end, so.
Okay, good.
And I'm going to shock you. I know a couple.
I would imagine. You and every other female in the world fall
Yeah.
asleep listening to Murder Mystery Podcast.
I told you I fell asleep listening to it, but I stopped doing that because I woke up one day and I was listening to Mein Kampf by accident. And I was like, yo.
Yeah, dude, the robots are smarter than us. They know that they'll share a door. No sane person sitting there listening to just people get... And then he murdered his wife, 3 kids, and kicked the grandmother down the stairs. Like, how do you... Who goes to sleep to that? That's fucking nuts.
Now I'm sitting there, I'm like, that sucks. Like,
It's horrible for them. So, do any of those ever end? And then they're like, and no one's seen him since. They're like, so this guy's still out there? And you're like, well, how long ago was this? Like the 60s? Like 2009. You're like, this motherfucker's running around still?
No, because they don't make documentaries about those guys yet.
Yeah, they just like, that's real hush hush.
Yeah.
Those would scare the public. You imagine they dropped a documentary that's like, there's a fucking serial killer in like Maricopa County that has like 30 bodies and hasn't been found. You're like, why'd you put this out, bro?
yeah. Yeah. Death is around you. Somewhere lurking around the corner. You thought you were safe at all times.
The
You're not.
teabag murderer. You're like, well, they probably caught this guy, made an example of him. He's probably down in the courthouse rotting. You're like, on the loose? It's on Channel 10, dude.
Yeah.
Real shit right now. All right, pull up the serial killer thing. I've run out of accents.
All right. First question. Pick a city. Los Angeles, New Orleans, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Miami.
Never bad.
All right. So this is a good city. We got to find good
Never a
killing
bad time
cities.
to take out a few
all
Seattleites.
right.
Next question.
What are the options one more time?
It is Los Angeles, New Orleans, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Miami.
I'm gonna go New Orleans. I like the Cajun flair.
Good choice.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill you and then do voodoo.
I'm going to kill you, then suck the ass out of about 15 crawfish right after that. Right?
Well, I sorry, my shit lagged. I just came back and you're just like,
Sorry, I'll say it again.
all right.
I said I'm going to murder you and then go suck the ass out of 15 crawfish right after that.
You have like a Scooby-Doo sized portion too. You're like,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. Are you telling me that the crawdad killer on the loose?
Crawdad killer.
Yeah, some say you gotta live a big old pot of gumbo on your front porch so the crawdad killer don't come and crawdad your house all up.
Crawdad.
it's the first ever fat serial killer. He's just leaving portions behind.
He got my neighbor.
Yeah.
Got butt all over the staircase and oil on the fucking porch swing, and it's a goddamn tragedy.
They can't get.
I think
They can't get fingerprints because they're
I
covered
think-
in butter, dude.
It's finger licking good.
Yeah, Cajun seasoning. Yeah. This whole house smells like Old Bay. and there's corn cobs on the floor. I know who this
A
was.
detective comes around. He goes, "What is that? Gator? He's evolving."
Dude, do you know those, like, when you go to, like, Joe's Crab Shack, how it comes in a plastic bag where they, like, shake it up with, like, all your, like, fish and crab
When
and
they
stuff
do
like
a
that
deep
in there?
dive of
It's
American
just like
history 200 years from now, they'll specifically point to that as the downfall. They'll be like, when we started sitting around with bibs and trash bags, being like, here's the roaches of the sea. Enjoy.
When they stopped using plates and just covered the table.
Keep going.
Yeah. No, I think it would be so funny if for the crawdad killer, you just come in and a guy's tied to a chair and he just has like a seafood boil tied around his head, just asphyxiated. Just in there and just being like, "There's a live shrimp in there. This is crawdad killer." It's like up to his neck and like au jus juices, just being like,
Shoot 'em. Just a bunch of fucking food.
be like, it's so spicy, it's so spicy.
It's the one accent I really can't do. Those guys talk like fucking medieval villagers. It's crazy that that's a region of the country. You're like, oh, you mean the magic kind of black people that speak French down in the south? Like in the bayou? Like, yeah, that place that floods repeatedly. Take the hint.
Yeah.
God wants you out. Leave. We rebuilt after
No,
Katrina. No, you disobeyed direct orders. Get the
God sent a flood, and that just sent those crawdads closer to my house, baby.
Did you not see the grandmas getting air rescued off of roofs? How big of a hint do you want?
For about 2 months, me and the crocodiles coexisted with each other.
I mean, that's really the fucked up part about that place in general. Is they just coexist. Like, I don't. Do you know how many gator deaths?
Same with Florida.
Gator deaths there were in Arizona last year? None. I don't ever want to live in a place where the answer is not none. That's fucking.
Yeah, but
do you know how
that
many
being said,
dinosaur
that being
killings
said,
there
in
were
Ari-
here? Zero.
Daniel, if you think you're cool being a
Yeah.
cat dad, imagine being a gator dad, dude. Just walking a gator on a leash.
First off, you're not a gator dad. You're a gator daddy. That's what you are. You a
Correction,
gator
you
daddy.
is a gator nigger.
No, I think
I love
that
the southern variation of the N word. It's the best. Sorry, keep going.
no, I definitely would feed people if I was a serial killer in St. Louis or wherever, New Orleans. I would feed people to alligators for sure.
Oh, I forgot we were still doing that. We're on that same question. That was good. Good shit, buddy. Hey, look at us. All right, here we go. Next question.
What is your favorite season? Spring, summer, winter, fall?
I murder in the autumn. I'm more of a seasonal killer, you know.
I'm more of a summer man.
Summer.
If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to get a shirt dirty.
You only kill in the summer to dig the ditches with your shirt off?
Oh no, it's the washboard cereal guy. It's. Oh no, bro.
It was so you send your own mugshot to they're like,
It's a headshot with the
It's
watermark
just being
to
like-
my Instagram.
yeah, he sent us photos of him committing the murder, and it's in 10x4. Oh god.
He gave us wallet versions,
I
too.
gave you options.
Yeah, just wallet versions.
Oh man, it's the fucking Orange County Life Ender guy. They can't even say serial killer because it's problematic. They're like, it's
Yeah. The H&M murderer.
the Aeropostale Life Determiner.
Yeah, the H and the M stands for hostile malice.
All right, what do you want for dinner? Pizza, salad, pasta, sushi, shrimp gumbo, hot dog, a very rare steak, chicken.
It's giving you a crazy Louisiana answer for every single. Is there one guy? Is there really like the Bayou Bandit that's just down there fucking shit?
Yeah.
Because it's giving you like fucking chicken, shrimp, beef, smoked gator. You're like, all right, bro, just tell me who's down
Yeah.
there doing some shit.
Yeah. I'm saying it's the crawdad killer.
I like a steak. I'll take a nice steak.
Okay.
I will do a hot dog.
You going hot dog?
I like hot dogs. I had a hot dog earlier today.
Your
It was
killer's
really
going to
good.
be so low rent. Mine's going to be a guy who picks off. It's going to be like a congressman who has like a hit list. And then yours is going to be like the AMF bandits. It's just going to be a guy who murders like 16-year-olds at bowling alleys. It's going to be real low grade.
A dude that doesn't even get a doc.
Oh, man.
All right, how
That
would you kill
sucks.
your victim? Strangling, bludgeoning, stabbing, shooting.
Probably just shooting. I can do it. I don't know if I could do any other bullshit. I could take someone down, though.
Probably gun
Gun?
too.
I looked at you weird. If you were
Yeah.
like, is there a blunt knife option? Like, god damn, dude, no.
The only way I would
Yeah.
take stabbing is if I had like those Assassin's Creed's blades. So
A
Yeah, the
hidden
hidden
blade.
blades.
Oh, you
dude.
mean something to take the? You want something to take the blame for you. You're
Yeah.
like, it was the propulsion of the blade. It wasn't me having my wrist by their cranium that was the problem.
You got to remember to do like that. You have those on because if you high five a buddy and you're wearing like long
It's
sleeves,
just gone.
you just like you'd be like high five, just sunk, just right into his wrist. Like,
Speaking of hands leaving, do you ever go on like Facebook and you randomly scroll over to like their version of Reels that suck ass, and it's like condensed movie clips from somewhere, and it's all shitty, and the voice is all high on some. You ever see these?
Yeah, I get stuck on those for
They're
about 5
the
hours.
most
Yeah, I know those.
interesting shit in the world. I saw one dude where this guy, he was about to get executed. It's like in some Viking village or shit, and he was like, "All I ask is for somebody to hold my hair," and they were like, "You sure this guy can?"
This is from fucking
Oh, is
Vikings.
that what
Yeah,
it
I've
is?
seen
Yeah.
Dude, and
this.
this dude flips his hair, he
Yeah.
holds it, and he fucking pulls his hands back, and this dude gets his hands chopped
Yeah.
off. He's like,
Yeah,
that just.
and everyone's like, oh.
Dude, I was shitting at work, and work shit's got to be a little bit quiet. Like, you can't let niggas know you're in there fucking off. And so I'm just, and you just have to sit there and I did that exact sniff right there and sucked into my own shit. It really took the fun out of the clip. It took the fun out of the clip.
You
Yeah.
gotta cut your own hands off to survive.
Jesus. All right, next one.
All right, pick a college major: pre-law, music, business, religious studies, gender and sexuality studies, history, political science.
Wait, say those again.
Pre-law, music, business, religious studies, gender and sexuality studies, history, political science.
I'd say history.
Give me a nice gender studies.
You know that's not yours.
Give me a. I took a women's studies class.
No,
in
this is
college.
like your major. Like you, like this is like it's not a fuck off IE class you can do.
And communications wasn't on there because
No.
it's not valued as a major.
I mean, it
clearly.
would go under business essentially.
Probably business. Piece of shit. Okay.
I would do
Alright.
history because I would learn
Hey, you
from
never
other
actually went
killers.
to college. Is
and
that what you'd
detectives.
major in? What would be your major?
Maybe like that, or probably like American history, or like screenwriting.
Going to college for an art is nuts. I
That's
was
why I
gonna say,
didn't go
if
to
you
college.
had your life
dummy.
slightly more together, you would have been the guy who finagled. Your parents have just enough money and believe in you enough. They would have paid for like a drama degree from like, you know, some school somewhere where you're like, I'm learning the arts. You're like, no, you're not.
Yeah, dude, I'm done with school. I have dreams where like I'm back in school and I wake up and I'm like,
But you know
"Ah!"
what I'm saying though? Because you're
Like,
artsy. Let's say you
fuck.
had it together enough in high school that you had like a 3-1 and you could have gotten in somewhere. You'd be like, eh. Like if that was an option, you'd have been like,
I-
might be a drop. Because you could have done stand up in both.
I mean, maybe, but that I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be like. I'm glad that I didn't go and
Were you
just did
failing at
stand-up.
school already enough to the point where you're like, I should probably just bet on stand up at this point? Like, I'm not going to pull
Nah.
out of this.
No, I wasn't great. I was like, I was passing for the most part, but then as soon as I started doing stand up, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing stand up.
Interesting.
Right.
What's your best quality? Your intelligence, your charming personality, your passion, your leadership skills, your free spirit.
I mean,
I'd say my charming personality.
okay. I
What,
didn't say
Daniel?
anything. I said 0 words. I mean, that's not what I would have picked for you.
It's your tone.
I have total serial killer riz.
It's your tone, Daniel.
I mean, obviously, mine's my leadership skills.
I could totally be serial killer riz. I'd be like, oh, my arm's broken, and I'm like, no, but not as broken as you'll be because you're dead. Bah, 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 bah.
And that's Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen. Tristan's pulled out the finger guns 4 different times now.
Are you counting both guns? Because I've only done it twice.
I'm glad you knew you committed the offense the second time, and you're also keeping score.
Yeah.
The second you turn the cameras off, you're just gonna wipe sweat off your brow and look at Haley and be like, "Woof." I pulled out all the guns, literally.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten the soundboard yet.
That's close. No, we've gotten a Tristan soundboard that's worse.
All right, you just won the lottery. What are you going to do with the money? Pay off my student loans.
Murder.
Pay off my student loans. Go on my dream vacation. Buy a lavish new home. Share it with my friends. Buy a new car. Invest it. Live off of it for the rest of my life.
Hey, can I be real? This quiz is lit, and we're doing all right. Fuck a quiz that has more than 4 answers.
I
Because
did
it's
it-
like, what's your favorite color? Red, green, chartreuse, brown, yellow, orange, purple. And you're like, wait, what was the first selection?
Purple, slightly darker. Purple, slightly
Navy
lighter than
blue,
dark
sky
purple.
blue, royal blue,
Indigo.
beige. Yeah, you're like, I don't.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. The first one had 4.
And we're already too far ahead at this point. Just read the first 4. We just won't be some serial killers that these niggas have.
But you'll miss the shrimp gumbo.
Read 4 and then the Cajun one.
Which region of the country is your favorite? Northeast, Pacific Northwest, the Southeast, the
Bayou.
Born on the bayou.
Downward the crickets sing. That's what I love. I got a fan boat and everything.
What's your favorite Disney princess movie? Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Princess and the Frog. It's like, no, but
Yeah. That is actually my favorite. I love Princess and the Frog.
the movies is pretty all right.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Racist.
It's really good. Yeah, how many times have you seen Coco, you piece of shit?
It's the only movie that's gotten me close to crying.
Yeah, this guy's like, have you seen The Book of Life? It's pretty fucking okay. Shut the hell. All right, here we go. Next guy.
No.
You guys didn't answer.
Wait,
You
we
just
didn't
won
even
the lottery.
answer. What? Can you reread all 19 answers?
Pay off my student loans. Go on my dream vacation. Buy a new house. Share it. New car. Invest it. Live off of it the rest of my life.
Live off it the rest of my life is my answer.
That's why it lasts fucking 15 years for you, and then you're broke as hell at like 65 with no work experience. That's
How's that gonna happen when you're like, all right, I'm gonna get my fancy car, the new house, and the vacation I always wanted. Meanwhile, this asshole.
well, I guess is it blood money or we won the lottery?
You won the lottery.
I'm sorry. That was the initial question. That felt like one of the you read
One
the
of
whole
the options?
No, that felt like you ever take those one of those quizzes in elementary school where it was like it basically wanted to see if you read the shit and you fill out the whole thing. Actually, math questions and reading literature bullshit and history questions, and then you turn it in. And your teacher's like, "You got an F." You're like, "Why?" And it's like the very first thing it says is, "Don't fill out anything else on this quiz. Just write your name and turn it in."
Hate
Did you
that
fall for that at
bullshit.
some point? Did you fall for that stupid fucking thing?
Well, I do it because I'm like, yeah, this quiz is easy as fuck. I'm nailing it. And then everyone's just turning it in. And I'm like, how'd they do it so goddamn quick? And then I see it and I'm like, oh, it's the fucking fake. Fine, I'll do that too. But let you know, I'm also good at everything else.
We're opposite ends of the same spectrum of people they're trying to get. Those quizzes are meant for both of us because you're just a dunce. Just I don't know,
Well,
man.
to be
I'm
fair, that's the only
dyslexic.
time you 100% of That's the only time you 100% of the quiz, because that's what you usually do with quizzes. You just hand them to someone else or just
First of all,
empty.
I had very good
Like,
grades. Secondly, I'm a competer. When they handed the test, bro, it was always like me, the bitch going for valedictorian, and the 2 or 3 token Indian kids that we had that were all just trying to crush to get to the end of a test.
You're so stressed, you keep breaking the pencil. You're like, fuck.
I was a mechanical pencil fucking fiend, bro. When they introduced that technology, come on.
All right, you still haven't answered yet.
Yeah,
Daniel.
What was the question again?
No way.
I riffed. I carried us.
No,
Sorry.
you're jackpot. You won jackpot, lottery jackpot. Good for you. What do you do?
I'm giving it away.
All right.
Give it away to your friends?
Pick a decade. 80s. Why are they out of order? What the fuck? 60. Okay. Okay.
The
Well,
80s, the 90s, Mardi Gras, 2003.
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild's there. It's gonna be fun.
The Bang Bang.
The one time the Saints won the Super Bowl. Uh,
All right. We got the 1830s, 1960s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
There's another very specific guy they're trying to get.
I know.
I didn't notice, but the's probably been some really old answers. Like, what's your favorite food? Steak, chicken, mincemeat pie.
a can of beans?
Yeah, dude. Cowboy.
What's your favorite food? It's called hardtack. It's when you mix water and flour together because that's all you have.
What's your favorite beverage? Hot tea, coffee, original recipe, Coca-Cola. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Dirty puddle.
Well water. What the hell?
Yeah. Which ones were they? I heard 1830s.
And then it goes the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
And then it goes the 80s, 90s, and
I'd say-
today.
I'm going 70s.
I'll go hot 80s. You can still get away with it then. You probably
that's what I'm
actually,
saying, bro.
up until the last like 10 years, were probably like, if you knew what you were doing, you probably still get away with it. Nowadays, like, almost every street corner is fucking has a camera on it. Unless you live in the country, there's no chance.
All right. If you're arrested for murder, what would you do? Plead not guilty, but eventually confess. Plead insanity. Flee the country.
I was about to say, shit my pants, I'm crazy.
I don't even need to read the rest of them for Tristan.
Yeah. But also, kind of, I would love to have like kind of a Ted Kaczynski-esque thing where like people are like, "Yo, this guy's actually a genius," and not the poopy guy, the poopy crawdad killer.
I would claim possessed and call in a preacher to do an exorcism.
Yeah. I would go down once locked behind the jail walls of the sheriff's office. I would sit and rattle my tin can against the
Read me
jail
the rest
wall.
of the options. What was it?
It was plead not guilty, but confess later. Plead guilty, try to get off on insanity. Flee the country, self-defense, insanity, not guilty, guilty.
I'm claiming self-defense. That pussy came at me first.
I love it. You just don't know what self-defense is, and you're just like, all right, I'm pleading self-defense. I'm going to fight this whole court. And if you...
Yeah, self-defense. I stomped him out. You're like, that sounds awfully aggressive. Yeah, beat his ass in the name of self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt he was creeping a
Just
little bit.
being
So I
like,
punched him in his
"Sir-"
jaw. You're like, so you assaulted him.
Sir, he's like, sir, you murdered someone. It's like, you're attacking me right now? Ah! Like,
I'm about to self-defend myself real fucking hard right now.
I'm about to self-defend myself like I did with that bitch wife of mine. Allegedly.
He like wipes himself down. Take a drink, Rick. Take a drink.
Yeah.
All right, if you killed someone, what would you do with the body? Dump it, cut it up and hide it in your house, leave it at the crime scene.
Well, this is going to get real dim. Burning it wasn't an option because I don't think you can actually, unless you have a high-level incinerator, I don't think you can burn a body
You can't
fully.
ash it. Yeah, you have to reach like 600.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just this
Yeah,
charred thing.
you gotta go
the
crazy.
bones are what stay around. You can burn like pretty much everything else off. I think the bones take a lot of like.
Imagine you're a sword enthusiast and you just have like a backyard forge and you're just like, yo, don't
Well,
fuck
I mean,
with me.
realistically, all you'd have to know is like one mortician and/or vet. And I'm sure they have. I'm sure if they have, if a company has one of those, I'm sure, or at least you'd like to assume, the government has like crazy laws on like. Dude, they probably like, you know how if you ever worked at a place where you operate a cash register and like it marks every time it's open.
I
and
just
it's-
I imagine you walking through the front doors of a vet with just a dead guy dressed like a dog, being like, I need you to get this is my dog Scruffy. I just need you to incinerate him real quick and put him in an urn
You're
or
sending
something.
a picture to animal control, and it's just like a dude with this dog Snapchat filter on him.
Yeah, and you completely
Yeah,
just a dumbass doesn't know any breeds. You're like, what type of breed is it? You're like a Dotson.
Venezuelan.
It's a Venezuelan Dotson.
What
They
type
weigh
of breed?
207 pounds.
What type of breed is it? A fucking rat. That's what type
It's
of
a
breed
rat.
it is.
God, it's a rat bastard terrier. That's what the fuck it is. Get him out of here.
Yeah. A big mouthed fucking rat. You know, one of those who don't know how to keep their fucking rat mouth shut, you know? Now, if you don't mind, if I could burn my dog in the back of your place, that would be
Andrew,
nice.
Look this up. Can anybody own an incinerator? Because if anyone
No.
can,
It's not like
that
a
means
tractor.
There's incinerator salesmen, and that means incinerator salesmen specifically deal with murderers left
Oh.
and right.
Oh, you know who's coming to town? The door-to-door incinerator salesman.
Door incinerator
You
salesman.
need a number of permits.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's absolutely no way you can get an incinerator.
Yeah, you need a number of permits.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so are you dumping it, cutting
Yeah.
it, hiding it in your house, or leaving it at the crime scene?
Dumping it, cutting it. Your
I'm
best
cutting
case
it.
is probably. Have you thought about that? Like, you ever like been driving? My answer is dump it. But have you ever been driving in like just the mountains, like in between? You're going to like California. It's just random fucking mountains and the side, and you're like, what if I just turned and drove at like if you had to hide a body?
You know where I constantly think about that is, you know, when like intersections like go like freeways go over themselves and they always have like that little pocket in the corner.
But like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're like, somebody could probably hide something in there.
Yeah.
Who's walking around in there? Inspectors yearly for that exact bullshit. Cops on a scheduled basis. Yeah. That's what you don't think about. Like,
Yeah.
criminals are dumb. Like, do you think you could actually get away with murder? Not get away like you intentionally killed. Like, some bullshit happened where you kind of fucking slapped the guy and he had epilepsy and now he's dead and it's like for sure your fault. Do you think you could get away with that? I'm not even remotely
Probably
smart
not.
enough to know, like...
I mean, I live in like one of the most like fucking CCTV'd fucking
Yeah.
places ever. Like, if I hit a guy, it's gonna be on World Star in 9 different shots. Me being like, smack, oh smack, oh smack.
I don't even know you get away with it. Okay, here's a question. Do you think you have the conscience? Do you think you could, like... Let's say that same
No.
scenario. You're at a truck stop, a Flying J. Some dude talks shit to Haley. He kind of gets in your face.
At a farmer's market.
But this is at a not a farm. Yeah, this is at like a behind. There's no cameras. You're behind this random middle of nowhere Flying J. You slap this motherfucker. He dies off of some weird pre-existing condition. And you hide him. You take him to a mountain in the middle of nowhere. You just drive away. You think and be like, he's probably cool. Or would you go back? Do you think like yearly and check or like go see what's good? Like, do you have that mindset? Do you think you'd be like, nah, fuck that guy. I'm out.
Nah, I'm out. I'm just wash my hands with
If they
it.
come for
I'm
me,
going.
they come for me.
Yeah, they can try. But let them try, and I'll slap them behind a Flying J, and hopefully they'll have this weird one-hit death combo
You just
disease.
one punch man some guy behind a pilot.
Yeah. I'm just like, hey, man. Smack him in the face and his heart explodes.
There's some weird fantasy about like you watching movies where it's like an old grizzled sunburnt man and he's like, son, I've lived 4 fucking lives, and you're like, that sounds cool, but then really you're like, oh, you're just a guy who can't go to sleep at night because you're afraid someone's gonna fucking kick in your window and slit your throat open.
You've lived 4 different lives. Sounds like a quitter to me.
Yeah, sounds like you can't get it together in any of these goddamn things.
Yeah, it's like I can't imagine just being like, it's like Rambo doesn't sleep
No.
well. It's like after I'm done locking the doors and setting all the shotgun booby traps in my house,
I get a strong aim.
just praying to God. Yeah, praying to God this isn't the day I take up fucking sleepwalking. I'm gonna go sleep and watch. I'm gonna watch How I Met Your Mother, drink my warm milk,
after the
and go to bed.
nightmares of throwing a grenade into a 3-bedroom apartment subside, I get a nice 3 hours of sleep.
We gotta start hurrying up a little bit because both the zoom and the camera are about to die.
All right, here we go.
You still got to answer. What are you doing with the body?
I said dump it.
Oh, you said dump it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dump it.
That was the last question. Good.
Oh, hell yeah, convenient.
Calculating results.
I mean, that seems to be the last question. It's like, yo, you killed the guy. What next, idiot?
all right, Daniel, you got John Wayne Gacy.
Told you. Is that the clown guy?
That's a clown.
Haha,
baby. You got the
haha,
fucking
you
nerd.
gay and you kill
oh, you
kids.
mean I'm
You're
funny
gay and you kill
through
kids.
and through. Thank you.
He was a clown. You think clowns are funny?
John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the clown killer, raped and killed more than 33 men and teenage boys in Chicago from 1972 to 1978.
Rep your set, old block.
I'm a gay clown from the hood. Man.
Yo, I'm out here. I'm out here killing and raping and eating
Man.
kids.
I'm a gay clown from the hood.
You thought, you thought King Von was bad? I don't even rap. I just eat people.
Oh, he did? He ate him?
No, you just kept him underneath his, under his.
Oh, so he just, how many bodies
Basement.
did he have? Do you know?
It said 33.
Holy shit, he murked 33 people.
And he was only sentenced to death for 12 of them.
Okay. Just some low status people. They're like, no, actually, for the other like 20 or whatever.
He's pissed. He's like,
Yeah.
give me the fucking numbers. My KD's going to be off.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then
I'm trying to get Tiger. I'm trying to get Red Tiger.
They gave Manson 100% of this shit.
Yeah, he got platinum deagles. Come on.
all right, and then for Tristan, you got Ted Bundy.
I mean, I could have told
Yeah.
you that.
Charisma.
I mean, he gets a gaggle of
I
pasty
think I'm also
fucking
gay.
white ladies to follow him around and pay for it.
He literally called
You're
it.
living Ted Bundy's life right now. Hey, do the keys? You mean these keys?
He has the keys, but the lease is still in
Yeah.
her name.
That's funny. It's like,
Yeah.
or Wizard Harry. You're like, you thought you moved your hair aside instead of a star. It's a fucking Nazi symbol. You're like, I'm actually a killer.
That's Charles Manson. That's not
Manson,
Ted Bundy.
yeah. No, Tristan did call it earlier in the
man.
episode, though, because he's like, yeah, if I had to kill someone, I'd pretend I had a broken arm and hit him.
Who's Ted Bundy?
He's
Yeah. He's the guy who he was wickedly, the whole movie like wickedly
Zac
evil,
Efron
and
played
like
him.
he went in like, yeah, Zac Efron played him. He like actually kind of almost successfully defended himself in court. He was a super
He
smart
like
dude.
almost did it twice.
And then he
Defended himself
Yeah,
in
he,
court
like-
for killing. What was his killing people a choice?
women in 30 women in 7 different states.
You're a pussy. At least I get men. At least I get men preying on fucking women, you piece of shit.
Oh what? Sorry, I'm not raping
Oh, was he?
boys. I'm
It's
out here
teenage boys,
getting
yeah.
pussy. I got hoes in different area codes, motherfucker. I'm 7 states away.
Oh man. So Ted Bundy was was he like a attractive guy?
Oh, handsome as fuck.
So he would
yeah.
just hit on you?
Yeah.
How am I the fat clown? Am I the American Horror Story version of a serial killer? That's horseshit.
Yeah, you're the crawdad killer.
The gumbo gob.
Yeah, the golden buffet, the golden corral killer.
The seafood boss hero killer. All right, we're out of here.
I think we're done, dude. I think we're good.
We're done. Thanks for
I
joining the
got a piece
Patreon.
so
If you
bad.
started this episode on the public, join the goddamn Patreon.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I gotta piss.